students, in this video I am going to explain you about exploitation of microorganisms and their products. So which type of microorganisms are used for the production of products in large scale industries through fermentation process will be explained to you in this video. So coming to these microorganisms. So microorganisms are very minute and they are microscopic in nature, and once they are present in a group form then it can be visible once it is cultured in a petri plate. So this is all the basic things which we all of us know that. And coming to these microorganisms, it will be of many types like bacteria, algae, fungi, viruses, and protozoa. Among these all, large scale industries will use bacteria, algae, and fungi for the preparation of products which are beneficial for human beings. So rather than this algae, bacteria and fungi are highly used for the preparation of products. So particular type of products can be prepared by particular bacteria which can be chosen by that particular industry, right? So which type of bacteria is used for the production of which type of products, and which type of fungi is used for the for the preparation of or production of particular type of products, each and everything will be explained you detailedly in this video. So watch this video till the end. So coming to this bacteria, so we know about the bacteria where the bacteria causes some particular type of diseases, and even there are some other type of bacteria which causes good, I mean which are benefits for the which are benefitable for the human beings, right? So that this bacteria can be classified as bad bacteria as well as the good bacteria, right? So this bad bacteria in the sense which causes diseases to the human beings, I mean which is harmful for the human beings, like it causes some particular type of diseases, like if you take cholera, plague, anthrax, leprosy. So these are the some type of diseases which are mainly caused by the bacteria, and hence you are going to consider that bacteria as the bad bacteria. Coming to this good bacteria, so these good bacteria are used for the preparation of products, and those products are highly beneficial for human beings. So that products can be prepared through fermentation process. So rather than watching this video, I recommend you people to watch my previous video based on the fermentation technique. So if you watch this fermentation technique and the process which is present behind this fermentation technique, then you can understand how this bacteria will be used for the preparation of products. So the link will be provided in the description box. So I recommend you people to please watch this fermentation process so that you can understand how this fermentation process will be and what are the equipments which are used, and each and everything you can understand. So in this way, the good bacteria is used for the preparation of products through fermentation technique. So this is about bacteria. So in this way, the bacteria is used for the human purposes, human health purposes, and even the fungi is also used for human health benefits. So it is used in the form of antibiotics and drugs, and is also used for biological pesticides, which mainly helps in protecting the farm fields, right? And antibiotics and drugs can also be produced through this fungi. This fungi produces this antibiotics and drugs, and even it also produces biological pesticides through fermentation process only, right? And even this bacteria will produce the products, and this fungi will also produce these products through fermentation process only. So this is one of the most important thing which you people have to remember: fermentation, right? So simple to say normally to define this fermentation in a simple way, you can define like this: the process of converting the primary metabolites into secondary metabolites in the form of products which are useful for the human purposes are called is called as fermentation process, right? In this way you can define it actually. So the brief explanation has been already given, so please watch this video kindly. So let us see some of the benefits which are used for the human beings by using this bacteria and algae. So firstly, I'm going to explain you the uses of this bacteria. I mean, which kind of products can be produced by using which type of bacteria. Each and everything will be explained you in detail now. So coming to the first one, metabolite production. Metabolites. So here the three metabolites I'm going to take: ethanol, N-butanol, glycerol. So coming to this first one, ethanol. So ethanol, OL in the sense alcohol group. Okay, ethanol is a alcohol. So you know about chemistry, basics of chemistry, right? So ethanol can be produced by using gram-negative bacteria called as Escherichia coli, and even it is also used. It is also produced by using a bacteria called as Zymomonas mobilis. So this is a bacteria, and it can also be produced by using a fungi called as yeast, and the scientific name of the yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. I mean there will be certain type of species regarding this fungi. So among them one of these is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So by using this fungi and also by using this bacteria, the ethanol can be produced by fermentation process, right? So that is very important to remember. So each and every type of product which should be produced from bacteria or as fungi can be produced only by using fermentation technique. So I'm not going to specify specifically. I'm not going to mention that term. Okay, you have to understand by yourself that here fermentation plays a major and vital role for the for the preparation and production of certain type of products by using this bacteria as well as the fungi. So here this ethanol is used as solvent, and it is also used as extractant, and it is also used as antifreeze. So solvent, you people know it. Extractant, what is extractant? Extractant is, in the sense, it is a substance which is mainly used to separate solute from the solvent. Okay. Antifreeze, the name itself indicates you antifreeze is nothing but which doesn't make the product to get freezed. Okay. So coming to the next one, N-butanol. This N-butanol is prepared by the fermentation process only by using a bacteria called as Clostridia acetobutylicum. Right? So this is a bacteria which is mainly used for the production of N-butanol through fermentation process. So N-butanol, what is the uses of this N-butanol? It is mainly used as a solvent for paints, coatings, varnishes, fats, oils, waxes, rubbers. I mean preparation of this rubbers, etc. So all these type of productions can be done by using this N-butanol, right? So how this N-butanol is produced? By using a bacteria called as Clostridia acetobutylicum. So coming to the next one, glycerol. So glycerol, this glycerol is produced by a bacteria called as Cistrobacter freundii. So this is a particular type of species of bacteria which is mainly used for the production of glycerol by fermentation process. So here normally the fermentation will be of two types: aerobic fermentation and anaerobic fermentation. Aerobic in the sense that fermentation process uses oxygen, I mean it uses air to prepare the products. Anaerobic fermentation in the sense where it doesn't uses air, or else it doesn't uses oxygen to perform the fermentation process to produce the products, right? So to produce a product called glycerol, the fermentation which is used is anaerobic fermentation, where the oxygen is not used for the production of glycerol. Fine. So coming to the uses, I mean the benefits of this glycerol, it is used as humectant, it is used as solvent, sweetener, and food preservatives. Humectant is nothing but it is a substance, like it is mainly used for the to make the product like moist, to be moist. Moisture can be maintained by this humectant. Simple words to say. For example, if you take cosmetics, like if you take creams, so cream will be totally moist in nature, right? And that moistness can be given by this humectant. So what is the best example of humectant? Glycerol. Fine. So here is one of the most again important term which you people have to learn here, which is called as bioleaching. So bioleaching, in other terms, it is also called as biomining. So what is bioleaching? So see here, it is a process that extracts valuable metals from a low grade ore with the help of a bacteria. So what type of bacteria is used to extract that valuable metals? So you can use iron and sulfur oxidizing bacteria. So the best examples of iron and sulfur oxidizing bacteria are Acidithiobacillus ferroxidans, and the other one is Thiobacillus ferroxidans. So these are the two particular species of bacteria which is mainly used in the process of bioleaching. So it is used for the extraction of valuable metals, like if you take iron, manganese. So these type of metals can be extracted, right? So it also helps in maintaining the structure. So here normally after this you can also learn about this lactobacillus. So lactobacillus is nothing but plural form, and lactobacillus is singular form. Okay, so lactobacillus bacteria is used for the production of lactic acid. It is used for the production of lactic acid, and this lactic acid can be used for many purposes. Even it is used for the scientific purposes, to the research, and it is also used for the preparation of yogurt. So this yogurt is a type of cream like substance which will be consumed by the human beings to maintain their health, right? And your body can be maintained properly, the health can be maintained in your body properly by consuming this yogurt. So it is mainly used for the treatment of diarrhea, vaginal infections, and even eczema, and several other type of skin diseases can also be reduced by treatment of this lactic acid bacteria, which is called as lactobacilli. Fine. So these are the best examples of bacteria which can be used for the production of certain type of products by process called as fermentation, right? And the fermentation process is called as traditional fermentation in scientific words. Okay. So why it is named as traditional fermentation? Because it doesn't cause any harm to the environment, hence it is called as traditional environment. The name itself indicates you, right? So coming to this fungi, so here some type of particular fungi I have taken here. First example, like if you take Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Saccharomyces cerevisiae, in other terms, in simple terms, it is called as yeast. Actually, this is a scientific name, and simple term it is called as yeast, and it is used in baking and brewing industries. So for in the case of baking industry, it is used for the production of bread, right? Bread can be prepared by using this yeast. And coming to this brewing industries, like if you take preparation of alcohols, in the sense like if you take preparation of beer or preparation of wine, so all of this brewing industries uses this yeast for the production of alcohols also. So bread and alcohols can be produced, produced by using this bacteria called as Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is also called as yeast. So coming to the second one, Aspergillus niger. So this is another form of fungi, another species of fungi actually, which is mainly used for the production of citric acid. So this Aspergillus niger is also used for the production of certain type of enzymes called as amylases, pectinases, and even proteases. So coming to this penicillium. So penicillium, I have mentioned some of the species over here regarding this penicillium. So it will be better for you if you note it down. So coming to the first one, Penicillium chrysogenum, Penicillium roqueforti, Penicillium camemberti, Penicillium digitatum, Penicillium expansum, Penicillium glaucum, Penicillium glabrum. So these are the particular type of Penicillium species which are mainly used for large scale industries for the preparation of certain type of products. So how it is used? It is used as it prevents food spoilage, and it is also used for the preparation of antibiotics. So one of the best and famous antibiotic which we learned since our childhood is penicillin, which is mainly produced by a famous scientist called as Alexander Fleming, right? So we all of us learned about it in our childhood itself, right? So penicillin is one of the most and important antibiotic which is mainly used for the treatment of several diseases in human beings, which is discovered by Alexander Fleming by using a bacteria called as penicillium, right? And it is also used for the production of several drugs. So normally these are the fungi which are mainly used for the preparation of several other type of products. And I've coming to this probiotics. These probiotics are live microorganisms which are beneficial to the body, and it helps in the production of biosynthetic drugs, right? And these probiotics are mainly produced by a particular type of bacteria called as Saccharomyces boulardii, and even it is also produced by Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So just now I explained you about Saccharomyces cerevisiae, right? Which is mainly used for baking industries, and even it is also used by brewing industries. So that's what I have explained you here. So there is another species of Saccharomyces called as Saccharomyces boulardii, and these both are considered as yeast only, but they are different type of species. Okay, so these both are considered as yeast, and I have explained you about the uses of this yeast. It is used for preparation of alcohol like beer and wine, and it is also used for the preparation of bread. I mean, it is used for the particular type of baking industries and even brewing industries. Okay, so coming to this Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is not only used as yeast, and it is also used for the production of glucagon, insulin, somatropin, so etc. And even this particular type of fungi is also used for preparation of certain type of agents. So agents are nothing but certain type of products which are mainly used as anti-tumor agents, immunosuppressive agents, anti-migraine agents, enzyme inhibitors, right? So certain type of tumors can be reduced by using this particular type of agents. And even you know about migraine, right? Migraine is nothing but which is severe type of headache, where there will be many people who faces this problem, migraine problem, and this particular type of anti-migraine agent will mainly help to prevent that headache disease which is called as migraine. So here coming to the biofuel, and this biofuel will be explained in next video because the length of this video has been increased. So biofuel will be of two types, bioethanol and biodiesel. So this topic will be very interesting, I promise you. So please watch this video in next other video which I'm going to post it. So please wait till I post it. And here biofuel will be very important and very interesting topic, and I'm going to explain you how biofuel will be produced actually, and which process will be used for the production of biofuels, and what are the equipment and what are the things which are used for the production of biofuels, and each and everything will be explained to you in next other video. So thank you for watching this video, guys, and if you like my explanation, you can just like this video, you can subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.